Hello and welcome to my walkthrough and demonstration of my cloud recipe program. This is written in Python and has connection to Google Firebase, and it will store recipe information and retrieve them for your liking. So let's start by doing a little demonstration. First, it pops up with this nice little welcome to the recipe library where you can either see recipes, add one, delete one, or quit. Let's do see one first. See recipes, we hit one. We can either see meals, desserts, snacks, or all. Let's try meals, and it'll show us oatmeal. There's only one meal right now. I haven't put in that many. Let's see recipes, snacks, and bread. And so the recipe here has instructions and it has ingredients. And so we can do see recipes. And let's say we do all, it will show us the three sections. There's meals, desserts, and snacks. And if we add a new recipe, it will fall perfectly in one of those categories. Let's try adding a recipe. Add a recipe. What is your recipe for? Let's do rice crispy. Well, I'm definitely not spelling these right. Treats, Rice Krispie treats. What kind of food is this? This is a dessert or a snack. I'm going to call it a dessert. Rice Krispies marshmallows. Wow, what else do you put in there? Well, let's just start with that. That's very simple. And then we hit Q to end. Boom, Q. Type the instructions. One, melt the marshmallows. Melt the marshmallows. Number two, mix with Rice Krispies. I'm definitely not spelling Rice Krispies right. That's okay. I think it's with a K. Mix with the Rice Krispies. Mold into a pan. Boom. And then enjoy. Boom. And so I'm going to hit Q because I'm done, and it'll show me the recipe. Rice Krispie treats. It'll show me the ingredients, the instructions, 1, 2, 3, 4, enjoy. And then it takes me back. Now, if I go see recipes, and I go to desserts again, it will show cake, which I have the ingredients for, and now Rice Krispie treats. So that's awesome. Now let's try the delete a recipe method. Let's do 3, delete a recipe. Which recipe would I like to delete? Which kind? Let's do dessert. So it shows cake or Rice Krispie treats. Let's do Rice Krispie treats. Make sure it's spelled the same. Boom. Recipe successfully deleted. So let's do it again. 1, see recipes. 2, desserts. And it just shows cake. So we successfully have deleted the Rice Krispie treat entry. When we're all done, we hit 4 for quit. Let's say have a nice day. Let's take a couple minutes and look over the code here. To start, we have the home home class. And so the home class interacts with person and sends requests to the database class. The home class starts up with all these options, and then depending on whether we do 1, 2, 3, or 4, will send us to these methods down here. And so these methods refer to on database. So the database class stores database access information, including my certificate, access to, well, this is a JSON file here that I'm not going to show because it's a private key that I have ignored on my git ignore. It also has access to the client, and here it has sectioned off meals, desserts, and snacks into their own references variables so that I can access them through there. First, we have set recipe, which will get the category, the name of the food, and then here it will get the ingredients until you hit Q. So it has a while loop. So while the response isn't Q, it will ask you for more and more ingredients, and then when you hit Q, it will stop, and it will add the ingredients to the ingredient list. And then it has the exact same thing for instructions, but instead of adding it to an array, it will add it to a dictionary where the key is the number of the instruction. So when you actually look back, it's like 1, this, 2, that, while the ingredients are just a list. It will use the recipe class, which is our third file, to generate the recipe, and then it will print it to the console for you to see, and then store it on the cloud. Let's take a look at the recipe class file. So the recipe actually, it's just a framework to hold recipe information, and it has methods to port one in from a dictionary, to port it to a dictionary, and to display itself. So when we make a new recipe, you see on the database file, it will actually create an instance of recipe, the class, and then use that recipe to dict, to set that onto the NoSQL Firebase database. And then get recipes is very simple. If you specify which collection, then it will only get the recipes, the pages, the documents on that collection. And if not, then it will grab all three and show meals, desserts, snacks, and do all three. Finally, we have delete recipe. It will query you for what kind of recipe, for what section, and what name. And then this line is really what matters, because here it gets the queried selection and then the name of the recipe, and then it just calls the delete method and lets you know that it's successfully deleted. And so that's my program for storing and retrieving recipes. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any more questions, please check the documentation or reach out to me personally. Thanks.